See, if your entry is very smart, also ask yourself this question: do I have a smart way of exiting this business venture? See, I've come to find out that people end up with the wrong property for different reasons, simply because they don't know the difference between buying a property for living in and buying a property for investment. If you don't know the difference, you will make mistake and you end up losing your money or live in the wrong place. See, don't just buy out of excitement. Don't just buy emotionally. This place they say is going to develop. Yeah, it will be good. Today, I want to show you the difference between buying a property for living in and buying a property that is solely for the purpose of investment. Because in buying a property for living in and investment, there are different questions you have to ask. Things you need to know. They are for different purposes and different reasons. So if you mix them up, you'd end up regretting your decision. So when buying a property that you want to live in, you want to check what kind of community is that property situated in. Look around the community. Ask questions. Look around. Are people really living in that area? How long have people been occupying that area? Another thing that is very important is that you must be able to do an audit of the amenities in that area. Ask these questions. Are there schools in the area? Are there hospitals in the area? Does the area have good road? Can people move in and out of the area freely? These are questions that you want to ask. Remember, you are buying because you want to live in that area. Ask the question: in the next 5 years, how will this community be functioning? Is it a place that people will still be living in or moving out from? Another important question you want to ask is: how secured is this area? See, don't just buy out of excitement. Don't just buy emotionally. This place they say is going to develop. Yeah, it will be good. Ask questions. How secure is the area? Ask, what is the crime history in that area? In fact, ask a security agency and outposts that are close to that area. Because you don't just want to do any investment and buy blindly. See, another thing that I even consider very important for you who wants to live in that area is to check for the serenity of that area. Ask the question: does this area fit my lifestyle? See, there are some areas that are known for hoodlums, for miscreants and all. Does it fit the kind of lifestyle that you want to live? Remember, for you that you are buying to live in, you are going to raise your children in that home. Your kids will be brought up in that area. Now ask, in the next 1-2 years, in fact right now, if I move in and pack into this area, will my kids be secure? Can my children move freely? Will I have the confidence to say, okay, yeah, the area I'm living in is good? Don't buy to impress you, and don't even buy just to satisfy all those retailers that will just come to you. They have an agenda, they just want to make their own gain and move on. You are the one that will live in that area. So it's a personal decision for you. Here's another thing that's even important that I think you need to consider. See, if you are buying because you want to live, there are some things that you shouldn't play joke with. Ask questions. What is the future plan for infrastructure in this area? If as at the time you are about to move into that area and all that is there is just road, there is no schools, no hospital, is there future plan for infrastructure to be brought to that area? If you can't have these answers, then don't even bother buying that kind of property, because you are buying because you want to live in it. So for you as an investor, all the questions that I've answered earlier for people who are buying to live in, you must also answer those questions first as an investor. Because remember, you are buying so that someone can occupy that area, and you are buying to ensure that whoever is occupying that area would want to stay there. So you must also answer these questions. Investors, for you, here are questions you need to ask also. Will this property yield? Remember, for instance, you are buying a rental property for use for the sake of investment solely. Ask yourself, will this yield increase? Ask similar properties in this area, how much do they lease it for? If I'm buying this property also, will I also be making interest on it? So for you as an investor, there's also a trajectory you must check, which is the capital appreciation on that property, in that area especially. The next check the past 3 to 5 years. How has it been like, the capital appreciation on that property? Ask yourself, has the property been increasing? Has it been appreciating because of some development that comes to that area? If not, you already have your answer. You will know that even in the next 3, 4, 10 years, that property may most likely not even appreciate because there are no infrastructure coming to that area. So you want to check the trajectory of the past 3, 4, 5 years. That will make you make informed decision on that property you're about to buy. Another thing that is even important for you that is an investor is liquidity. Remember, it is very, very important for you to have a free entry and a smart exit. See, if your entry is very smart, also ask yourself this question: do I have a smart way of exiting this business venture? So it's very, very important you answer the question: in the next 3, 5, 10 years, will there still be a need, a demand for this property in this area. If you cannot answer that question and you don't have the right answer to it, don't even buy that property yet. You see, for you as an investor, another thing you want to consider is the demand drivers. What are the things, the drivers that brings about demand for property in that area? For instance, schools, amenities that we mentioned earlier, access to good road. You want to consider hospitals, government facilities. All these things are drivers that brings about demand on property in a particular area. So if you can't have that answer and you are not sure that even in the next 3-4 years, those things that will bring about demand on that property will not be there, then you have your answer already that such a property is not a good property to invest in as an investor. So one truth that you must know and you must accept from the very beginning is that a property is good for investing doesn't make it good for living in. And that it's good for you to live in doesn't mean it's a good property for investment. You know, your home is an emotional decision you're making. But you see, your investment is a financial decision. And don't let one make the decision for each other, because you end up buying the wrong property for the wrong reason. And as an investor, you may even lose your money in the process. I'm the Global Awale, and I help people make smart investment decisions in real estate, and I help buyers get the right home they deserve. Till I come your way again next time. Bye.